Out of breath, I'm a burden to all my friends. Out of step, I can feel the spotlight burn my neck.
6-4 is Chloe performing Missing You.
People need people. We know it's the same time to decide when it's wrong, when it's right.
Number 1, bully is overrated. I've gotten this request so many times in the comment section that I think it could make the Guinness Book of World Records. Now here we go. The first side of the controversy is that Mackenzie's costume was too risque for her age, and so was some of the choreography. Others say that this is not out of the ordinary for Mackenzie, and that the hip-hop combos we see online are very much similar to this solo. Also, the costume is not inappropriate, and neither is the dance itself. But here's the thing. If you really think about it, Mackenzie was only 12 to 11 years old performing this solo, meaning she was not a teenager yet. If you acknowledge that, things become a little bit more off-putting about this solo. I personally don't see anything special about it. Those who absolutely worship and adore it, I'm sure whatever you find within it is amazing for you, and I hope you keep loving it. Those of you who dislike it, I hope you continue disliking it, I guess. That came out weird. But personally, I do not think it's her best solo. I think it was just something to kind of show that Mackenzie can do more than one style. I'm happy it did, but I personally do not like the choreography. And I agree with most people that it is very much risque and too much for her age. The costume, however, is probably one of the most conservative she's ever worn. So, yes, let's move along to the next opinion. 2. Kendall is lazy, shows no emotion, and is overdramatic. This one has been repeated several times in many videos. They call it, quote, unpopular, but that's not true. This opinion is so widespread and agreed upon in the fandom, it counts as almost justified opinion. It's almost fact to most people. Well, at this point. So I guess I can still give arguments for both sides regardless. Those who argue that Kendall is indeed dramatic, lazy, and has a loss of passion say she regressed in season 5, had a lack of emotion and passion as well in season 6, and was overdramatic in a lot of different times throughout the seasons. Alright, first things first, and then the other side says that Kendall is simply feeling the pressure and anxiety brought on her by Abby Lee Miller to commit such acts. She lost passion because Abby Lee Miller is her teacher, and, well, being lazy, when you dance all the time, being lazy sure can't become uncommon. I have probably a very controversial and unpopular opinion on the matter. I think that Kendall is just a fine dancer. I like to watch her dance. I think she's a decent performer. And I think at the end of the day that I think Abby did indeed help cause some of her anxiety problems. And I think people say she's overdramatic, but really it's just anxiety coming through in its own form. I'm not saying Kendall's the best dancer on the team, and I'm not saying I love her to death, but I'm just saying that I feel like we should be a little bit more understanding towards the girl at the end of the day. After all, we've all had times where we're like this in varying degrees. Now let's move on to number 3. 3. Bren is better than Kalani. I felt I should acknowledge this one because it's out there and I know it exists, and it's still quite popular among our unpopular opinions. This one is over the Who Do You Think You Are Winner Takes All controversy. Winner Takes All was a lyrical piece performed by Bren Rumfollow in Season 7 first half Nationals. And Who Do You Think You Are is a contemporary piece performed by Kalani Hickler, placing first at Nationals in Season 7, the first half. Now, which solo is better can be arguable. Some people saw Bryn did amazing and deserved a win that week in particular. Others will say Kalani won fair and square. After all, she is probably the best dancer to have been shown on Dance Moms. Alright, so here comes my opinion on it. I think Bryn did excellent. I feel like the two deserve to tie because Kalani's solo was gorgeous and I absolutely loved watching it. But I feel like Bryn just had matured, and you could see in her dancing that she had grown throughout the season and her time on Dance Moms. The turned into a beautiful dancer. I saw and loved the piece, and I hoped that she would have won, although we all knew in the end that Kalani was probably going to prevail. I wish the two had tied, or at least Bryn had gotten second. I felt like she did so amazing that she deserved to win that week, even if it was in the senior division. And just when I watch Bryn, I have a mystical feeling around me. And the same with Kalani. The solo was beautiful and amazing, and I think the two were both excellent that week. I think they both deserved the win at the end of the day. So, let's move along to our final and number 4 of the day. 4. Sink or Swim is horrible, or is nothing special. According to the people who dislike this solo, they say it's just another Mackenzie solo, it's nothing special, and the only reason people like it is because it beat Maddie. And Maddie, as we know, is made to be the unbeatable star of the team. She beat her older sister and outdanced her. Alright. Now the people who disagree and adore the solo say that it is special. You can tell Mackenzie likes it, and her passion was absolutely unguarded in this moment, and it was shown through the way she danced from the heart and clearly enjoyed the performance, and that's why people like it. Now me, I love this solo personally. I love the costume, I love the song, and I definitely love the choreography and Mackenzie's emotions. I don't just like it for the win against Maddie. While I do think that's probably a factor in play, I think that it's more about the dance itself. Sink or Swim isn't a bad dance at all. It's actually quite charming, and I find it very much enjoyable. So that's our video for the day. If you have any suggestions at all for more popular, unpopular opinions of your own, please comment down below what you think would be good for my possible part 4. Thank you, and have a great day, my whispers.